As TVs have advanced throughout the years, so have their uses, expanding from broadcast television to home movies, video games, live sports, and streaming. Each of these display experiences work best with slight adjustments in your display settings. Vivid is very bright, as it is intended to make the TV stand out in an environment like a storefront. While you should avoid this mode for everyday viewing, it can still be helpful when trying to view the TV in an environment that's too bright. Standard is the picture mode you will likely be using most of the time. It utilises the perfect middle ground of brightness, colour depth, and enhanced edges to suit most of your content. Standard is a great mode that will look great on all content types. Cinema has a specific look that has been honed by studios since the early days of film, and this mode is best for viewing movies the way they were meant to be seen. Game will improve the image quality in video games, but more importantly is the mode with the shortest image delay, meaning the time until your controller inputs are reflected on screen. This is important while gaming, as faster response time will make your inputs feel more natural and improve your gaming experience. Take a look in your TV settings or visit the link in the description to learn more. Of course, the idea of the perfect picture setting will vary from person to person. It's just a matter of taste. We encourage you to try a couple of customizations. Remember, you can always restore to default settings, so you can't go wrong. You can find a link in the description to a test chart that will help you change your settings with accuracy. Consider placing the chart on an external device, like a Blu-ray player, using a USB stick. This will allow you to change the picture settings for a specific HDMI port. You should be able to navigate to the picture settings and see the effects of the changes you make directly displayed on the test chart by pressing the Options or Action menu button on your remote. First, the two settings that will influence your viewing experience the most will be your brightness and contrast. When adjusting your brightness, you should focus on the darkest section of the black and white gradient, then adjust your brightness so the farthest left square is as dark as possible, but so you can also distinguish between the next adjacent square. You should then do the same when adjusting your contrast, but in reverse. So using the lightest side of the spectrum, try to make sure the last square on the right is as white as possible, while still being able to distinguish between the one next to it. If you can't see a difference, your contrast is too high. Sharpness can sometimes be overdone, leading to an image that looks unnatural. Use the section displayed on the screen to adjust your sharpness. Reduce the value until the white border around the crosses disappears and reveals clean lines for optimal sharpness. Colour saturation works in much the same way as brightness and contrast, but using the coloured gradients. You can adjust your values until you see a difference in each of the squares. However, in this case, you should pay more attention to the squares closer to the centre. And finally, additional settings on your TV will consist of a number of things like auto brightness, smooth gradation, and more. You can leave settings like these on their default values or experiment to your taste. Again, remember, you can always reset to default if you make too many changes, so don't be afraid of experimenting with your setting. If you have any more questions about your Sony TV picture settings, please visit the Sony support website for more information. Thank you for watching.